stand or oh, wait. Oh, have my hand over the camera. Dun, dun. Come on, you stupid owl. What's up? I'm, I've rearranged my furniture. Now nothing's working for me. It's driving me nuts. There we go. Ish. Um, Hold on, I gotta get on here so I can see what y'all are typing. Dun dun dun. Okay. Chipper, skull crusher, finger legs. That's cool. Oh, now you can see it. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. Just saying. Like I still gotta do the mail call though. Um. Oh. Hey, Crystal, Mickey, and Bob. Oh, I tore my hands up today's guys, guys and gals. I'm tired. If I look rough, it's because I feel rougher. What? What? Yes, it was. Thank you. That's where is it? There it is. That's very important. Y'all can't see it very good, but it's totally awesome. All right, thank you, Sergeant. Didn't think about it. Spent the day moving campers, and the one that we moved was the one I perched up on top of to wait. So now I got to see if it's still in a good place to sit on top of, or if I've got to build me a chair on top of my house. Uh, Man, it's messed up. It wasn't just her either. I mean, it was, but um, think they 5 or 6. We're not exactly. Hey, Rob, not exactly sure how many, but the oh, sorry. Um, the dogs were busy. That's for sure. See if I can find something to say, y'all. Oh, what is this? It's got like first aid stuff. Well, dumping y'all. This will help y'all not have to look at my nose and stuff. Hey, hey y'all. How's it going? Now I can look over here without y'all having to like look straight up my nose. Better. Ish. I'm wearing this because it's easier for y'all to hear me, I think. Ah, quality time with the wife's overrated. Rob, just tell her she'll be fine. Buy her some roses and some brownies. She'll be fine. And don't tell her I said that. And I hope I'm not on speaker. I'm dead. This is the part where my wife looks forward to it because she gets to ridicule me. You'll tell her I said that. Appreciate it. Thanks. So I'm gonna need to bring my own sandwiches and stuff. Those sausage ball things she made were good, dude. Yeah, put out a tea. Okay, what are you two talking about, Sergeant Smith and Stephen Hunter? The wives of YouTube preppers chat. Yeah. If I could figure out how to work that Hangouts, I might do that. Do that one of these days. Oh, portable transport unit. Okay. What's a portable transport unit? I guess I could Google it. Hmm. Cheap stretcher. I Dude, they sell those at Walmart or like Tractor Supply and stuff. They call them come along, dude. You just like tie the person to a tree and then tie the come along to their feet and just crank on it. It'll stretch them. They'll talk. I'm just saying, it works. You use it on fence too, like barbed wire and stuff. Works good. You can pull the water well with it. Oh, ow. What's that you and Lily were talking about? It's not what do you call it? It's not waterboarding if you're using diesel. Using diesel by candlelight, I guess. Oh, different kind of stretcher. Well, this is a G-rated channel crystal, so we're just gonna leave it with the come along. That's the way it is. Are y'all talking about like for like somebody who's hurt? Oh, one of those little cots for carrying people. I love you. Yeah, Travoy. Yeah, why should you just build a Travoy? I wonder if we could teach that stupid goat to drag one of those. Wouldn't be stupid if we could teach him to do it, but I wonder if we could do that. Hi, person with authority. One of those deer dragon tarps. Thanks, man. I am so not lagging very much. This is kind of cool. Ooh, I just noticed something. My kids haven't snuck in. Oh, that's right. He's wiped out. Everybody, yeah. While I'm here, Lee's far from 100%, so y'all don't stop praying for him. All right. Love you too, brother. Be careful. But they won't even tell him they finally told him that they're not going to tell him what the biopsy said until when February.
I don't know which appointment. If it's the one next week or in 2 weeks. He goes to like in 2 weeks, and then he don't go again until March. I don't. I think he has to wait for the neurologist, but I'm not sure. The neurologist is in March.
Anyway, either in 2 weeks or in 6 weeks, he gets to find out what the thing said. All right, tell him good night from me too. Unless Elle doesn't want to hear it, and just well, tell her good night anyway. Who's asking if we have a topic? I mean, if somebody want a topic, I can come up with something. Hold on, let me think something. Yeah, let's talk about how to eradicate coyotes. Dude, yeah, and honestly, I mean, you can train goats to pull carts and stuff like that. But yeah, Nuggets Memorial. The all I know is she's not on the property. I haven't found any feathers or anything, which it usually takes me a few days to find because the coyotes they'll they go to the same place to eat the birds every time. So if I can find where they're eating the birds, then I can call from a strategic location and they should come in. The downside to putting the traps out there is I have a very active uh, guard dog, but I think the this bunch is figured out because it's more than one. I think there's at least three, and they'll be on opposite sides of the property. One will sound off over there. She tears after it, and then the other ones come in on the other side and get the birds. Um, I'm not going to set leg trap. Uh, I'd rather just put out cyanide bangers. You know, if the neighbor's dog happened to be walking through the pasture or whatever and got into a leg trap, I'd be out a lot of money getting somebody's dog fixed. I've got a big live trap, but I have had no luck. I've caught a few raccoons in them, but I can't get any. I can't get the coyotes to go in them. These aren't trash digging coyotes. These are rural coyotes. Get some road runners. Yeah, the only downside to road runners is they think baby chickens taste just like baby birds. Oh wait, they are baby birds. We had to get rid of the dadgummit chaparrals uh, because they were helping themselves to a baby chick every now and then. And I hated it too because I mean we actually kept them around because they're baby snakes and stuff like that. They actually nested uh, in my carport. You know, nested in my carport, and we watched them hatch out and raise a set of chicks in one of the trees in the backyard. But then we got chickens, and well, you do that. Y'all are talking about like bandages and stuff. Thank you, Bullfrog. You know, the downside to all this quick clot and stuff like that y'all are talking about using and everything, that's designed to stop the bleeding until you get to some place to get fixed up. Then they got to take all that junk out. You can't just leave that stuff in there. It's not like wrap it up and go on. You'll just grow skin over it and you'll be fine. Exactly. I mean, at least if you've got just regular packing material, gauze, and some fishing line, you know you take the packing out if it's a big enough hole. I think Sippy did a yes, she did. She showed a deal on how to do the packing the big cuts and stuff, so you could like let it close up right or whatever. I've been cut once or twice. Unless you've got a squirter, I mean, direct pressure is just best. I mean, pull the two pieces of meat back together, wrap it up tight so at least some of the blood stays in your body, and keep it from leaking out the crack. That's what you got to do. I happy here. Ha- I said, Robert, spending time with your wife is one of the best things that you can do.
You cannot lie
A,
to
a,
people.
a man that has a good wife is truly blessed. That's exactly what I said. Hey, Keisha, you just backed me up on this. I thought I sounded really sincere. I was trying to get him in trouble, okay? And he just like went and just threw me under the bus. Then my wife's over here yelling, knocking me out. Yeah. Wait. She's thrown things before. My wife knows that I'm very happy to have her in my life and that. See, we're spending quality time together. She's listening to what I say and then like yelling at me and telling me not to lie and stuff. Duct tape is for patching radiator hoses and airplane wings, not bodily injury. As long as the adhesive does not attach to your skin. You imagine the damage Gorilla Tape would do coming off? Well, it depends on how much of the body's gone on the Cessna, but they call duct tape is it? Did they bump it up to 250 or is it still 200 mile per hour tape? Yes, you can put a race car back together. Um, does a pretty decent job of holding your shotgun together too. I'm just saying. Not that I would ever. 250 is it's 250. Jeez. It actually worked surprisingly well on the leading edge on the wings. I'm actually real surprised. You don't want to use the cheap stuff though. Anyway, anybody in the lobby actually call coyotes? Anybody know how to do that stuff? No, it's 200 mile per hour tape when I got my IMP. You're only about allowed to use so much of it. You're not like supposed to do like the whole airfoil or whatever. I think I'm gonna do me a feather stick and try a call. If I can get them out of the trees, see, there's so much brush back there where they come through at. I mean, they're there before you see them, and then when you move to get on them, then they're gone. Thing about it is, every time I get one, two more show back up. Seems like can't clear the brush, then people could see me. You got to make a choice. Either people can see my house, or I can't see the coyotes. And I'd rather just keep killing the coyotes. What's up? Well, that's cool. At least you actually remember to do all that stuff. In case I missed everybody that's jumped in here, hi everybody. I'm actually doing better at following the chat the way I've got it set up right now. Y'all are like there, and I'm looking past y'all to the chat thing, and y'all know what I'm doing, I guess. Hey, it'll let me like my own video right now. I should so do that. I'm gonna do that. Page. I switch over. Do what do you call it? Small onion on here. Do oh. Yeah, that bag I used to run around with when I was young and stupid and homeless or whatever. Thing weighed over 80 pounds. But it was literally everything I owned. Hold on. And yes, Bob, I've tried setting out with, but the only I downloaded some calls to my phone and tried that. I don't actually have a coyote call, but Sergeant Smith apparently bought me one and has mailed it to me. So there you go. What do you want me to tell him? I mean, I guess I could drive to Dallas and hit him with a stick, but he's bigger than me, or I'm not gonna do it. And this guy can crawl around for 6 or 8 hours under a house dragging a vacuum hose and scrubbing lumber. I'm not toe and toe with him. So it's too bad he's not in here to hear that. 54 acres tied into another 20 so acres. Uh, 2 Lane County Road tied into another 40 or 60 acres. And then if you cross the other way, I've got about 7 miles of intermittent cover and brush running through a draw. I get that a lot. I'll have like my YouTube subscriber thing will go up, and it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go. I don't know why it doesn't. I've had to go back and look for people that I know I'd subscribe to because I was like, why are they not showing up on my deal? Because um, I've said it in videos before, but I'm real lousy at just, you sub me, I sub you back. You sub me, and I will go check out your channel, and if all I gotta do is find one video that I like, and I sub you. Uh, and quite honestly, there's uh, I can't think of anybody that I haven't subbed back. Really. But I'm a busy person. Not busy enough. Just get that out there before you say something. But I'm get to spend. I've spent too much time over here already today. It's if you got like uh, I don't know. I probably got I don't even know how many people I'm subscribed to, but there's just no way. I mean, I would literally have to give up 24 hours a day to watch all the videos. You know why I did not think about that, Jay? Maybe I just need to tell, like, send in a fake change of address to Acme, and then they won't know where to bring all that stuff. I wish I had Wiley around here. I don't got Wiley around here. I got his brother Smart. I think I may have actually got enough lead in that coy dog that he may be gone now. Um, but you got to, I mean, I'm shooting at these things and they're already a dead run, and I'm just zipping lead at them out of a 22 semi-automatic. Well, there used to be a way to get rid of coyotes, and it was real easy, but it's kind of frowned on now. So you got to be careful. It's basically a 12 gauge shotgun shell with it's a spring loaded trigger top thing on the back. It's got a firing pin. The the shell goes in the tube, but there's no shot in it. There's no bullets in the deal. But then you hook bait to that, and when the dog grabs the bait and pulls it, it fires the firing pin and ignites a small charge of powder, and it blows cyanide powder into the anything within 12 foot of that uh, little pow pow dies really fast. But they kind of made those against the rules. They worked really well. Didn't matter bobcat, coyote, stray dog, fox, raccoon, badger, possum, cat, whatever. It was dead. Whatever was coming, sneaking up to your house and stealing your critters died. But see, when you put stuff like that out, you put your dog up and you call the neighbors and let them know that you put it out. Um, my neighbor's dogs haven't been coming over anymore. And come to think of it, I hadn't seen those two little white German shepherds in forever. I don't know if those people moved or what, or if they went to the wrong neighbor's house one too many times. They would just cruise across the field over there and never even got close to the house. Not a lot. Hey, Nina and Steve and everybody else that's already jumped in here. Oh. And uh, as unless a possum was getting in my hen house and stealing eggs or whatever, I really don't have a problem with them because they're actually pretty good cleanup for. Um, Opie was a good pet. We rescued a little possum from the dog. Anyway, I mean, it escaped. Is she good? Hope she's not watching. Uh, I mean, it escaped. And as long as you were like calm and chill with it or whatever, you could like talk to it and you could reach in and feed it and pet it. An opossum. I used to be repulsed by them, but then, well, we raised Opie and now they don't bother me anymore. BG Prepper, that is an excellent idea. Everybody should go out and do a coyote shooting video and do it as a VR to Nugget. A video, no, a BT, a video tribute to Nugget. Kill a coyote and do a video tribute to Nugget. Yes. And you should all do it within the 3 counties from surrounding my house. That's the downside to it. Bug out, Brad. That's one thing I got to give you is um, the what you've got to do is you kill coyotes until you get coyotes that are scared to come to your house. My problem is I've got coyotes that aren't scared to come up here and steal chickens right out of the yard in broad daylight. They've got to go. We have gone 6 months without a single problem. And then we get a problem coyote. I kill all of them. I don't lift a skirt. And they don't even have to be close to my dirt. If I'm in my truck and there's a coyote crossing the road, I give it the gas and I go through the bar ditch. We try to get him. We make an effort. They had a coyote call here competition. Was it last summer? Anyway, I told the guys there was some out here, and that was very peaceful. Uh, there's a couple of days of shooting early in the morning, towards the evening, and then we didn't have any coyotes for a while. But nobody got the big one. It's messed up. There's not a chicken out there that's just a chicken. Um, we've either rescued these chickens. Just if you're being annoying and asking questions over and over and over again about the same thing that nobody wants to talk about. I'm just like that. He's sorry. I mean, sometimes it gets stuck and you can't help it. But it's an etiquette thing. Yeah, I'm not going to kick somebody out here. I mean, just don't start saying the same thing in caps over and over and over and over and over. I don't plan on eating a coyote this time in my life, Um, and hey, cook the heartworms well, you'll be fine. Yeah, everybody talking about going to the hills and surviving off the land or whatever. Um, you do realize that the way animals get parasites is by eating food in the wild, right? I'm just saying. It's not exactly rinsed and washed and irradiated and whatever. I mean, you go out there and dig up a wild potato, you don't know what you're getting. That's if I could afford, I'd get a couple of llamas, but I don't know that llamas would do anything about the coyotes for the chickens. I mean, they do it for themselves, but the coyotes gotta get pretty close to the llama even for it to do something. They won't like chase it down. All right, brother. Saw you tomorrow. Ah, you'll wake it. If what do you call it? The what were those birds? Rhea, little Australian birds, like 100 pounds or something like that. Anyway, this guy was raising them that way about 15, 16 miles in uh, the bobcats. I mean, these little 20, 25 pound cats were jumping the fence, killing a 100-pound bird and dragging a 100-pound bird over the fence and dragging it out in the bushes. Bobcats are tough. That's the deal, BG. The downside to llamas is they're not cheap and they're high maintenance and they scare me. You ever seen the claws on this thing? And they spit, dude. Do something they don't like and they spit you. Our bobcats down here are scrawny. It's a hard life down here. We don't get big. I mean, the coyotes that are running around out there maybe between 20 and 25 pounds. Well, probably somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds. There's we have a couple of big ones, but they're not coyotes. They're coy dogs. So, and they act different. They don't act like a coyote exactly. They don't bark like a coyote exactly. Well, John B, if y'all need some bobcats and coyotes, send me some boxes and I'll send you some back. So up there in Maine, are y'all getting any of the coy wolves or whatever? No, they do not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. They, for the most part, yeah, but you can tell something's off about the way they're running. That's down. I don't want anybody relocating. No. Good night, Nina. Be safe. Good night, normal. I don't know. It's aggravating. Um, had my first run in with coy dogs when I was 14, and it was scary. They were chasing me, and the only thing that kept me from dying was I was able to climb a tree, and they couldn't. I jumped down a shell bank, got to the bottom. They ran around the shell bank and came down the other side. And by the time they got down in the bottom of the canyon where I was back over to a cottonwood tree that I knew grew up to the side of the canyon. I climbed the cottonwood and uh, did a run and jump out on one of the limbs and jumped back on top of the canyon and payed out and got up on the pavement. And the farmer stopped. I jumped in the back of the truck about the time the dog stopped the canyon. They were we call it German Shepherd Coyote Cross. They were not little coyotes at all. They didn't act like coyotes either. That's what you got to watch about them coyotes. I mean, you can wind up one with rabies or anything else. And they get stupid if they get the distemper. They'll get stupid, man. I mean, and They don't know what they're doing. They literally, their brains shut off and they just walk around slobbering. You don't know if they've got rabies or the distemper or. Yes, it does. They, I'm pretty big about not cutting down all the trees. They come in handy every once in a while. I can still see that tree. We killed off all the wolves, which were actually afraid of humans, and will not. Let me rephrase that. We killed off all the wolves, which had learned to live in harmony with the other predator on the scene, and replaced it with the thieving little jackal of the West, who by nature is going to follow the top predator around and try to steal food every chance they get. And if they find a top predator that's weak or alone or whatever and they're hungry enough, they'll just try to take them on out. Yeah, just my luck, somebody will throw out a husky cross pup down here and they'll find a coyote and they'll mate up and I'll have Siberian husky coyotes. That'll be a heck of a dog. Honestly, I wish I could catch a coy dog in a live trap just so I could like do a video on it. And in my younger and dumber days, I actually had a pet coy dog. That's one of the reasons I know so much about them. Um, they're different. They don't act like dogs. See, they're be careful, Patricia. Patricia. Well, wolves were killed off because, well, there were some wild stories told that helped it along. But you're on a 40-acre farm. You have one dairy cow, and a wolf kills that dairy cow. It will take you years to replace that dairy cow. So yeah, you kill every wolf you see from then on. How long we been over there? Not telling me. Oh, wait a minute. Not right now. You got my email, right? Smoking? I think you emailed me a couple times. if I could get my hands on the barrels, I'd do a couple of barrel traps. They seem to work okay. Yep, that's my number next. Is to want to get a. I need to beat my sister out of it. She's got a pistol like we got my wife or whatever, but it's the Longhorn double nine. Yeah, it's like walking around with a 9-shot 22 rifle on your hip. Yeah, I was going down the road, dude. I almost answered it, but I was like, man, that would be stupid. Going down the road at 70 miles an hour doing a video chat. You know, everybody talks about there being coyotes. I do. Well, sort of, but I only got one because one time I can get another one. Sadie's actually really good at it. It's her favorite thing. I don't spend enough time with her. She's getting better at the listening to the command to stay back, and she watches and she doesn't run at them until I shoot. But then after I shoot, I lose complete control over her. She's done. She's gone. Um, Sadie's not just a useless dog that lays around my yard and chews on goats and stuff. She's actually she earned her dog food. She's pretty good at what she does. The downside to it is there's only one of her, and she can't watch 360 degrees. Mm. All right, guys. I'm I am going to get off of here because I am exhausted. Got out of bed early this morning. We've cut trees. We've dug ditches. We the jack on the front of the gooseneck camper broke. We had to lift it with a bottle jack and blocks, and I'm beat. I need a shower and about 20 hours of sleep. Um, and yeah, it'll be better. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping by, uh, hanging out with me, and all that stuff. Um, as always, appreciate y'all's time around. Yeah, they gotta get at that. If I get one, I'm gonna skin this one. I usually just leave them lay. I think I'll skin this one. Yeah. Y'all be blessed. Stay alive. Don't die, if at all possible. Later.